Hey guys, Nerf here, and in today's video I'm just going to be showing you my Nerf arsenal. So I've got it in different sections like Zombie Strike, different brands like Mega, not brands, Elite 2.0, X-Shot, etc. And just, some of my attachments and darts and whatnot. So I'll just start over here with the two Zombie Strike blasters that I own. So I did used to have more, but they broke. I used to have like the Fuse Fire, the disc launcher one, and I also used to have the Doomlander and the Nail Biter, but some of them broke or got sold or something like that. So these are the two ones I've got now, which is just an unmodified Flip Fury, and then I've got this one here, which is the modified Sledge Fire. And oh, there you go, the shells. I had to buy them. I had to get them 3D printed because they don't really, you can't buy them anymore. So I've got a bunch of shells for that, and this one's just modified with a heavier spring and no air restrictor. And I've got disc launchers here, so I've got the Praxis, the Nitron, two Vigilons, and the Proton. So I've had these for quite a while, and they're all pretty decent performing, pretty cool blasters, or disc launchers I should say, because they shoot pretty far and pretty accurately. You can also arc the shots, and they don't really hurt, but all of those again are just unmodified standard disc launchers. Got these two here, the only two Ultra ones I have. This one's modified, I just removed the air restrictor pretty much, stretched out the string a bit, and that one's unmodified. The Ultra 2, that one's pretty cool, you feel like a cowboy when you use that one, as you gotta load it from the back. And I've got all my Dart Zone or Adventure Force blasters, so I've got the Villainator, which is basically a pump action 40 round drum fed one, which is pretty cool. It's like pretty decent performance. Like for unmodified wars, it's like kind of the best thing you can get without using a magazine. Then I've got this one here, which is kind of just a bit of a silly project. This is the Spectrum, but I pretty much just cobbled together two flywheels, two sets of flywheels to put in there. So it still runs on that, but it just bumps up the performance a bit. So then we got these ones too, which I believe are called the Blitzfire. So these ones are pretty cool. This one is modified, the other one isn't. So this one shoots about as hard as my shotgun, which I think would be like 130 feet per second, because I put in an upgraded spring, and they already don't have air restrictors in there anyway. And this one here is just pretty standard. I think it's like 75 feet per second. And they're pretty... I'd take this over a strong arm any day. They're fantastic little blasters. Then I have another Spectrum, but this one's fully modified. It's done in a kit out of darts. So I got this, just the stickers and kind of what I ordered from there. So that's all fully modified. It's got a 2S LiPo battery. It's got Daybreak flywheels, new flywheel cage, new Fang motors and whatnot. So, but one thing you might notice is I've got a Nerf stock on there because I pretty much had a regulator that broke, and so there was like the N-Strike stock attachment. It's kind of hard to describe, but there's at the end of the gun, it's just you can pull off the little like square that goes on there, and I pretty much just put a bit of glue on it and slapped it on that, and now it can fit N-Strike. So that's pretty cool. Then I got the Mega Blasters, so this one's modified as well. I just put a heavier spring in it, and all the air restrictors are in there because otherwise the Smart AR wouldn't work. So that one's probably shoots like 75 now, so that's the Bulldog, and I also removed all the flippy out stuff because I found it annoying. I've got the Megalodon, that one's modified as well. I've got that video up on my channel. Then we got the Double Breach and the Mega Twin Shock. So they've all been opened up and kind of not refurbished in a way, but just tried to make the seals a bit better, pulled out the spring, put some more lube on, so to get them back to like how they were when they were brand new. And I did try and put most of these in the same like sections like with the Elite 2.0, but that's mag fed, those ones aren't, so I'll just kind of go through here as I can. So got the Echo that's unmodified because good luck modifying it, everything's clipped and glued together. So I had another one, I tried to modify it and it just broke. So I mean it actually shoots pretty decent. I think it's like 80, bit under 80 feet per second, so it's actually pretty good for a stock one. It's got slam fire, so that one's pretty cool. And this one is an X-Shot blaster, so I've done this one to hook up with a 3S LiPo as well. So I've got worker flywheels, same flywheel cage, and it's all rewired, and got MTB Rhino flywheel motors. And yeah, I actually had that scope on it from, it actually came with this one here, which I actually don't know the brand. I think it's something exclusive to Australia. It's some brand of flywheel blaster. But yeah, I've pretty much done the exact same thing. Just new flywheels, new motors, all rewired to 3S LiPo, which sits inside the stock here. And yeah, it's actually not Nerf mag compatible, but I found out that if you like cut off or Dremel off the little lip, there's a little lip here. If you just cut that off, that doesn't affect it feeding with normal Nerf blasters, but it affects it with this one. So I kind of just hollowed out the mag well a bit and did that. So now I can get it to fit there, as you can see, and that all works nicely. Then I got the Alpha Tripper, so this is an N-Strike one. So this one's been modified, so there's no air restrictor. Just upgraded the seal. The spring's the same. I just tried to stretch it out a bit, and yeah, I've just done a bit of paint work on the LA parts to try and make it look a bit cooler and have some different attachments on there. And we got the modulus evader. Obviously that drum doesn't come with it, but it's clear, so it fits with it. And that's completely stock as bone. But yeah, I mean, just chuck a couple of high voltage AA's in there, and it works pretty sweet. I didn't really want to modify it because it'll probably mess up with all the lighting, and the lighting's like the coolest part of it. Then we got 3 Raiders, because every time I try and buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace or just online, it always comes in a bundle with Nerf guns, the Raider, because no one wants them because they kind of suck. But they're not too bad, so yeah, I got 3 of these, and they're all modified. The air restrictor's been removed, new seal, and I just tried to stretch out the spring a bit, so that's all of them. We got the Hellfire. It's kind of a cool idea, the Hellfire, but I find it just, in an actual battle, it's not very practical, because you try and like rotate to another one, and it doesn't rotate all the way. And I find as well, because of the mags, like it's got a bit of a loose grip on the magazines, like it doesn't feed the best. So I mean, it's okay, it's cool to have, but I don't normally use that one. Then we got the Doomlands one. So this is the double dealer, and it's very infamous for being absolutely terrible and jamming all the time. So I took this apart, put a new spring in it, because the spring in it was ridiculously weak. Basically removed a bunch of locks and safeties, and now it works beautifully. I'd say it shoots, probably, it doesn't actually shoot that hard, because I couldn't find that hard of a spring, but to shoot 2 darts at once, it's not too bad. It's probably like 75 feet per second now. And then we have the Judge, and I actually did attempt to take this apart, and I was able to take apart and remove the air restrictor, and now I would say this also shoots about 70 to 75 feet per second, so stock, this is like 45, so now this is fantastic. It's really, really cool and fun to use. Then we just got 3 stock Elite 2.0 blasters, which are all kind of pieces of crap, honestly. This one broke. I've only had it for like a year, and it broke. I mean, it still kind of works, but it's pretty trash. This one's actually not too bad, and this one's not too bad as well, but again, it's like, it's Elite 2.0, so, you know, I don't really get my hopes up too much. Then I got X-Shot, so every single one of these is modified. So got this one, I just removed the air restrictor and got a better seal on it. Same for this one, same for this one, same for this one. That one's pretty cool because it's lever action, you can flip it, you can feel like, you know, the Terminator, if you've ever seen that movie. And then I just got an X-Shot Vigilante, and that one's pretty cool as well. That one's modified, and that one actually shoots like, I'd say it almost shoots like 90 feet per second. It's actually really impressive for how hard that one shoots. And I've got 2 old blasters. So these are 2 dart tag ones. So what is the name of this one? I don't actually remember the names of these ones. It's one of them. I don't remember. Oh, 4. Okay, dart tag 4. It's got I'm just going to go with 4 because I'm not sure about the name. And we've got this one as well, which is an internal magazine top prime slam. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It doesn't shoot that hard. I'd say it's like 65-ish, but it's actually not too bad for being so old. And this one's modified. I've just removed the air restrictor, and that one shoots pretty good. Then we got the staple of the hobby. We got 3 Mavericks. They're all modified, and which is, I couldn't do too much for the spring, but basically just upgrade the seal and remove the air restrictors. And then we got the Night Finder. This one's actually really, really cool. So it doesn't look that impressive, but it's actually got the Sledge Fire spring in there that I removed when I replaced it. So now it shoots like ridiculously hard for such a tiny little pistol. So it's actually really hard to prime back, but it's pretty cool. And then I just got a Jolt, and that's just had the air restrictor removed. We got the Disruptor. I put a stronger spring in that, so that would shoot probably like 90 feet, I'd say. And we got the Fire Strike with the air restrictor removed, and the Triad, that's stock. Also got the Mediator here. When I bought it new from the shops. Didn't come with any attachments, but I just put some ones on that I thought would be cool. So this is upgraded as well, upgraded seal, no air restrictor, and it's got a heavier spring in it. Now we move on to the cool ones. So this is the Longstrike. So this is the N-Strike, non-strike one. So this is pretty much all just custom painted, as you can see. And I've got the tripod, I think, from the Centurion on it. Yeah, and you can see I've tried to give it a name, Dead End, because, I don't know, I thought that'd look kind of cool. And I just got a long, it's not the Longstrike, long shot scope on it. And this is upgraded as well. It's got upgraded seal, heavier spring, and no air restrictor. Then I've got a Raven, which is painted as well. Got a scope on there that I thought looked pretty cool. It's powered on a 3S LiPo on Hellcat motors. So this one's, that one's pretty loud. Yeah, it's pretty cool for a flywheel blaster. It's not the best. I kind of had to remove all the front of it because it kept hitting the sides of it and just not shooting right. So I had to hollow out the front of it. So it's very one-handable. It's pretty cool high-performing blaster. Got this one as well, which I've got a video on. Unfortunately, the gears kind of went kaput on the 3S LiPo, so don't try to attempt that. So I had to swap out the gears to a new set, and I'm just running it on a 2S now, so it's a bit slower. But again, no air restrictor, upgraded return spring, upgraded mainspring, upgraded seal. I even put some washers behind the spring, so this would be shooting probably like 120 feet per second. And yeah, I just got, I think that's a clear shot scope on there, I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, pretty cool. It's one of my favourite looking blasters for sure. And then this is what I used in my, the cyber game one. It's actually, I just tried to call it the Spectre there. It's got the clear, what's the name of it? Evader barrel on it. It's got the modulus long range scope, and it's got the Raider stock, but it's all custom painted with the mag. And yeah, it's basically just a modulus tri-strike. That's again upgraded. It's got the same spring though, but just no air restrictor. Tried to stretch it out a bit and give it a better seal. And the other kind of guns I have is pretty old one. I think this is Dart Tag again. It's, yeah, again, that's modified. I just removed the air restrictor because otherwise it actually didn't shoot at all. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool though. It can attach to the bottom of your rail as a foregrip and be a blaster. So that one's kind of neat. And then we got this one, the Barrel Strike. Again, this isn't modified, but I just tried to stretch out the spring and give it a better seal. And then we got this one, which comes on the Tri-Strike, which is the missile launcher attachment. I got the shield for the Stampede, which I painted. 2 other Stampede shields because I've got 3 total. One of them's being fixed and the other one's broken. Then I just got some attachments from, you know, the blasters I've got over the years. My shells, my missiles, my short darts, ultra bullets, ultra darts. Got Nerf discs, mega darts, and some of the old N-Strike ammo. Dart zone darts. I can't remember the name of these, but they're like the ones with the solid tip, so these really hurt when you get hit with. X-shot darts. And just some, again, I think these are dart zone darts, but these are like from Australia, so these are, actually I'd have to say these rival the Elite darts in how inaccurate they are. They're terrible, but they're really cheap. Waffle head darts, and a whole bunch of magazines and drums, so that's where I store all of that. And here's all the broken stuff I've acquired over the years, so you can see you got 1 box and 2 box, and there's something else that's broken. Basically where I get all my spare parts from when I'm modifying stuff. That's the Evader that I was working on, and the Stampede I'm working on, and springs and soldering and stuff like that. Quick dog intermission. And yeah, that is my Nerf arsenal, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's one that you'd want me to show you a mod video on, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, have a good one, guys.